What's the most valuable investment lesson you've learned during your time as a trader?
Always, it comes back down to risk, and it doesn't matter how positive you are on the outcome of any individual trade. So sometimes I can look at a market and think, I'm really on top of this. I can pretty much see where this is going. But you have to always remind yourself, it doesn't matter how good the analysis is and how strong the charts look to you at any one point in time, it's not 100%. So you can't just go all in on black and everything else. You have to still manage your risk. And it doesn't matter how good a situation looks to you, make sure you still stay within your risk parameters, because just when a situation looks brilliant to you, it'll go and do something the opposite. Just at that time, Murphy's Law always kicks in, and at the time that you go in and you over leverage, it'll become a loser. You almost guaranteed it, so don't do it. And even if it did work out, that creates a bad habit for a trader, and then they'll go and do it again, and then ultimately they'll give back all those profits that they took previously because they think that, oh, this is the winning way to do it, and ultimately it's not. Risk management always.
Who have been some of your mentors or role models?
I haven't had many. Certainly, I talked about this earlier on, Warren Buffett, of course, as an investor and what he's achieved. Sir Anthony Bolton, here in the UK, who used to run Fidelity Special Sits, because I came from a fund management background, and there's some other fund managers as well who've done very, very well. I like fund managers who have got multi-decade track records, really good track records there. But as far as trading is concerned, then yeah, you could take any of the original market wizards from the original market wizards books. They were interviews with fund traders back in the day, so like Richard Dennis and or amongst others. Now I can't think of their names, but yeah. So if I had to recommend any book or any gurus to say, do you know what, those guys, they were the cutting edge at their time, and what they said back in 1987 when that book was written, the original book was written, is still applicable right to this day in 2016. Then I would say those are the people that you should have as a mentor, general mentors. Yes.
And did they affect your investing style?
No, because you didn't pick up from those interviews and those books about investing style. Again, what you pick up on is mindset. So for me, that's what I really tapped into, was just their overall mindset. I remember one of Paul Tudor Jones, who is probably out of all of those, is one of my favourite. I really tapped into his style. There was a documentary out on him back in the late 1980s as well. And very aggressive trader. And what really struck a chord with me was that he said, I will take a trade once, twice, 3, 5 times and lose. He said, but if I still believe in the trade setup, he said, maybe on the 6th trade I'll win and I'll make back all of those losses and a lot more. So what he was saying, or even back then, was it was all about risk to reward. Risk small amounts, yes, except getting stopped out, but when those winners come along, they are going to more than make up for the losers you have. And that always struck a chord with me. The guy made, he's a multi-millionaire, if not a billionaire, very, very successful at what he did. And that was a big thing for me.